Hey guys, I wanted to do this video real quick. I want to make sure that I'm not taking that long. So I'm gonna go ahead and start. It's Exodus 19, guys. I wanted to just read it because I believe God is showing me something, but it's only, you know how like you get revelation, but it's like only snippets. So I wanted to share this, guys, and then take this to the Lord and in preparation, in consecration, in prayer. Okay, guys, and also I'm praying for, for everybody also. Lately that's been kind of like what I've been doing. So I just want to let you guys know that, and stay prayerful, like, pray with me in the spirit, whoever, see this video. But I'm gonna go ahead, okay, guys. So Exodus 19, okay, on the first day of the third month. Now, guys, like I said, take this to the Lord if this is, something that you would understand, because sometimes I also in the beginning I would not understand. He showed this to me around February, and now we're in March 2nd. So sometimes I have to marinate the word before I even share it. Okay, but I believe this is not just for me. Okay, so when it says on the first day of the third month, that's March 1st. That's yesterday. Today is March 2nd. Okay, after the Israelites left Egypt, on that very day they came to the desert of Sinai. After they set out from Rephidim, they entered the desert of Sinai, and Israel camped there in the desert in front of the mountain. Then Moses went to God, and the Lord called to him from the mountain and said, "This is what you are to say to the descendants of Jacob, and what you are to tell the people of Israel. You yourselves have seen what I did to Egypt, and how I carried you on eagle wings and brought you to myself. Now, if you obey me fully and keep my covenant, then out of all nations you will be my treasured possession. Although the whole earth is mine, you will be for me a kingdom of priests and holy nation. These are the words you are to speak to Israelites." I underlined kingdom priest. You will be for me a kingdom of priests and holy nation. Guys, I wrote this down on February 16, 2025. This is connected to kingdom marriage, is the kingdom of priesthood and holy nation. Okay, guys, like I said, please pray this to the Lord, because this is big, something that I only see a little bits and pieces, and I wanted to share this to you guys. Okay, let's see. Also note, and please guys, read the Bible on your own time as well. But I this is like a little Bible study that we're doing right now. But when I research Rephidim, that's the same place when they were, in chapter 17, when they were complaining about being thirsty, and then Moses struck the rock. This is the same place that they were thirsty and they were complaining. Rephidim means a place of rest, a resting place. It's like they, from when they escaped Egypt, they be walking, and then when they get to Rephidim, it's like a resting place. They have to stop. They got thirsty, they complain, they ask for water, and then they receive it. So around the same time they finished the rest, they had an attack. They got attacked by the Amalekites. Okay, so I talked about that in the previous video, part 1, marriage restoration. Okay, but now I'm talking about Exodus 19, and I just looked it up, and that's what Rephidim means. And then after they set out from Rephidim, they entered the desert of Sinai. And I'm like, what does Sinai mean? So I have a few words here, okay guys, And I'm learning this as I go with you guys. So Sinai can mean sin, moon, to shine, thorn, thorn bush, which is the Mount Sinai is also the same or similar word or used as Mount Horeb. Okay, the Horeb means to lay waste, to dry up, to fight. Sinai and Horeb means as dry wasteland filled with dry wasteland filled with thorn bushes. And it also connection between Garden of Eden and Mount Sinai. Now I have this little link that I found. I'm gonna try to link that in the description. You can read that on your own. I think it was just really interesting. There's a little study that I found about Mount Sinai. Okay, I'm going to continue reading. Exodus 19 verse 7. So Moses went back and summoned the elders of the people and set before them all the words the Lord had commanded him to speak. The people all responded together, "We will do everything the Lord has said." So Moses brought their answer back to the Lord. Verse 9. The Lord said to Moses, "I am going to come to you in a dense cloud, so that the people will hear me speak with you and will always put their trust in you." Then Moses told the Lord what the people had said. And the Lord said to Moses, "Go to the people and consecrate them today and tomorrow. Have them wash their clothes and be ready by the third day, because on that day the Lord will come down on Mount Sinai in the sight of all the people." Okay, I'm going to stop right here. For some reason, this got to do with now. So yesterday was the first. You know, we finished February, and now this is like a new instruction. Go to the people and tell them to consecrate them today, which is yesterday, and tomorrow, which is today. Have them wash their clothes and be ready by the third day. Tomorrow is March 3rd. Because on that day, tomorrow, the Lord will come down on Mount Sinai in the sight of all the people. Now, guys, I don't know what it means. I don't have a full download, but I'm telling you, there's something in here. Okay, all I know for sure is like he said, consecrate, wash your clothes, whatever that means. Set apart, be prayerful, maybe fast. If you're already in fast, that's good. So I'm just trying to relay what I'm reading and what the Holy Spirit is giving me. Okay, now if you continue reading, it's an instruction. Put limits for the people around the mountain to tell them, be careful that you do not approach the mountain and touch the foot of it. Okay, so keep reading that. And then only when the ram's horn sounds a long blast may be approached the mountain. So if you keep going, verse 14, after Moses had gone down the mountain to the people, he consecrated them and they washed their clothes. Then he said to the people, prepare yourselves. Okay, guys, prepare yourselves for the third day. Abstain from sexual relations. On the morning of the third day, that's tomorrow, okay, take this to the Lord, because I'm learning as I go with you guys. On the morning of the third day, there was a thunder, lightning with a thick cloud over the mountain and a very loud trumpet blast. Everyone in the camp trembled. Then Moses led the people out of the camp to meet with God, and they stood at the foot of the mountain. Okay. Verse 18, Mount Sinai was covered with smoke because the Lord descended on it in fire. The smoke billowed up from it like smoke from a furnace, and the whole mountain trembled violently. As the sound of the trumpet grew louder and louder, Moses spoke, and the voice of God answered him. Okay, keep going. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna skip. Verse 24, the Lord replied, "Go down and bring Aaron up with you, but the priest and the people must not force their way through to come up to the Lord, or he will break out against them." Okay, and then after this one is the 10 Commandments. So most of us already know this. 10 Commandments, you shall have no other gods before me. You shall not make for yourself an image in the form of anything in heaven above or on earth. Okay, you shall not bow down to them or worship them, idols. Okay, you shall not misuse the name of the Lord. Remember the Sabbath day. Honor your father and your mother. You shall not murder. You shall not commit adultery. You shall not steal. You shall not give false testimony. You shall not covet your neighbors. Okay, so guys, please read that. Okay, I see 111. When the people saw the thunder and lightning and heard the trumpet and saw the mountain in smoke, they trembled with fear. Okay, that's in verse 18 now. They stayed at the distance and said to Moses, "Speak to us yourself and we will listen, but do not have God speak to us and we will die." Okay, verse 20, I highlighted this one. Moses said to the people, "Do not be afraid. God has come to test you so that the fear of God will be with you to keep you from sinning." Okay, right after that is about idols and altars. So I talked about altars before. I'm just gonna read through it. Verse 23, do not make any gods do not make any gods to be alongside me. Do not make for yourselves gods of silver or gods of gold. Make an altar of earth for me. For me, this is God speaking. Sacrifice on it your burnt offerings and fellowship offerings, your sheep and goats and your cattle. Wherever I cause my name to be honored, I will come to you and bless you. If you make an altar of stones for me, do not build it with dressed stones, for you will defile it if you use a tool on it. And do not go up to my altars on steps, or your private parts may be exposed. Okay, I'm gonna stop there. Okay, so I'm trying to finish this up, guys, because my kids. Anyway, I'm reading this to you guys to just tell you guys to read this chapter 19 to 20, and just be prepared. Be prepared. Don't be fearful, because that's from the enemy. God is doing something, and some of you guys already get the message that you have been prepared from February. You've seen goodness, you've seen testing, you've seen pop quizzes, and so now your endurance is better. Okay, and then so now whatever is happening, I believe from here on, you have more endurance, more perseverance, more resilient, more stronger in strength and courageous. So please keep doing that. That's what I'm gonna say, guys. Stay consecrated. Wash your clothes. For me, I'm seeing it like physically, spiritually, emotionally, and mentally. Okay, so we're gonna have to see this together, guys, because I don't know everything. Okay, so I hope that helps you guys. I'm seeing 14:14. That's Exodus 14:14. Let me read that real quick. I'm gonna start in verse 13. Exodus 14, verse 13 and 14. Moses answered the people, "Do not be afraid. Stand firm, and you will see the deliverance the Lord will bring to you today. The Egyptians you see today will never see again. The Lord will fight for you, and you need only to be still." Okay, guys, that's all I have. That's all I have today. I wanted to share that, a quick message from the Lord. I feel like this is timely. I'm gonna figure out a title that hopefully most of you guys can see this in a timely manner. And I hope that you guys stay consecrated, prayerful, read the word, be prayerful, comment down below for prayer requests, everything like that, guys, because we are all part of the body of Christ. Thank you so much. Have a good day. Bye-bye.